welcome to our very first module of the Aspiring Creatives Bootcamp. In this module, we're going to focus on community building, and there are two lessons. So the first lesson, we are going to talk about awakening to the opportunity and what that means in terms of community building. So let's get started. For each module, I have a set of goals that I want you to meet, and once you feel like you've met these goals, then I would encourage you to move on to the next module. So my goals for you in terms of community building are to create a strong foundation to launch your business, define and become aware of who your audience is and how you can serve them, and to create an online community platform in which you can present yourself and become a leader in. Waking up to the possibility. Becoming the divine leader you are meant to be means awakening to the opportunities around you and creating a deeper sense of awareness for the community you're meant to serve. So right now, you are making the decision to forge a new path in life. This includes rewarding work that is consistent with your personal values. With a deeper self-awareness, we can become more aware of the opportunities that are surrounding us and resonate with our core identity. Now, your core identity is our very essence of the self. It is the most authentic being. That is your highest self. Your core identity is comprised of three things: your values, which are what you believe and stand for; your purpose, which is your reason for being; and authentic integrity, which means a total congruence between who we are, what we do, and aligning our beliefs and integrating them into daily life, which means also integrating them into our online business. So assessing the opportunities plus knowing how to translate them into actionable opportunities equals awakening to the opportunity. Once you can wake up to the possibilities that are surrounding you and let go of the need to control every aspect of your business, you're going to be able to build on your community so we can focus on moving towards crafting a really strong business foundation. In section 1, we're going to talk about the 4 pillars. Creating a strong foundation is super critical, right? Having a strong foundation gives us a clearer sense of direction and a grasp on what you do and how you do it. And the 4 pillars are comprised of 4 things: mission, vision, purpose, and a defined targeted audience. So pillar 1 is your mission statement. Your mission statement states what you do and how you do it. But why do you do it? Think back to awakening to the opportunity and possibilities. What brought you to do or follow your higher self's purpose? Share your story. Write it down. Think of your personal transformation and how you can use that to serve out your life's mission, your life's work. In the Inspired Action exercise, I ask you a series of questions that are going to help you dig at the reasons that brought you to start or pursue your business. These questions are going to be super similar to those you answered in your welcome kit, so use these questions that you answered to guide you. And I don't want you to overthink your mission statement. One thing I do want to point out to you is that you don't want your mission statement to just sound good, right? There needs to be some follow through. So carry that authentic integrity into creating the 4 pillars of your business. Ask yourself, is this the work I really do? Or is this the work I really want to do? Or am I just coming from a place of consuming other people's words and actions? So something to think about when you're creating your mission statement. The second pillar is vision. I want you to take the next 5 minutes to get in tune with yourself and visualize what your online dream business looks like. So if you're at a place where you are at like a quiet spot where you can close your eyes and visualize, I'd really love for you to do this exercise. So close your eyes and relax your body, focusing on the questions I'm going to ask you. Now I want you to take a couple deep breaths before I start asking you the questions. So I want you to have a deep breath in for 3 and then exhale for 3. So we're going to inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Again, I want you to inhale, 1, 2, 3. And then exhale for 3, 2, 1. Again, one more time. Let's breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 3, 2, 1. Again, I just want to remind you, your eyes should be closed, and we're going to start visualizing. I want you to imagine your life 6 months from now. What does it look like? And I don't want you to restrict your dreaming. Allow your mind to wander and don't set any limitations for yourself. Where are you living? Where are you working from? Do you have a home office? Do you work from home? Or do you go to an office? What are you wearing every day when you get to work towards your business? Do you wear leggings, no bra, or do you like to dress up? What do your days consist of? What kind of tasks are you doing? Are you a solopreneur, or do you have a team? Imagine what this looks like for you. And again, don't restrict your business. Don't restrict your dreaming. Dream as high and as far as you can and visualize what your dream business looks like. Do not allow your ego or reality limit your possibilities. Now I want you to dream even bigger. Where are you 1 year from now? The higher self within you, how does she present herself? What is her morning routine like? Does she go to exercise classes like yoga or spin class? Or does she like to sleep in? Does she drop her kids off at school? Or does she take walks in the park? Where does she like to shop? Where does she shop for clothes? Where does she shop for groceries? Who is she spending her time with? Does she meet her girlfriends for lunch? Does she meet her partner for lunch? Now, I really want you to think on these questions and dream and visualize this dream and know that this is so possible, that your possibility of this life is already here. You just have to know that it's possible. After you've started visualizing your dream online business, I want you to think about the vision you've just concocted and allow yourself to get into the mindset that it is so possible for you. Now, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes, put some feeling back into your body, and to kind of just sit there and think about what you visualized and know how possible this is for you. And to know that if you aren't allowing yourself to dream in possibilities or visualize what is possible, that your ego is continuing to limit you. And that you should start, and this is my suggestion, doing this daily, visualizing your dream business. Because the more you think and create this dream, this reality for yourself, the more possible it is going to become. So part of this activity that we just did is so that you can start creating a vision statement. So part of the 4 pillars is creating this vision statement. That way we can start allowing your mind to realize that this isn't just a dream, this is your reality, that this reality is going to be yours. So moving on in the 4 pillars, the 3rd pillar is purpose. We all have a higher purpose beyond our surface level selves, our ego. My problem when I started my business was not getting in tune and alignment with my highest self to discover my truest purpose. The purpose I thought I was here for was a projection of all the content I was consuming, so I thought I knew what my purpose was, which is why I always advise you to create more than you consume and come from a place of authenticity and core being. So I ask yourself to get in tune with yourself, whether that's meditation, visualization, grounding yourself in some sort of way. What purpose are you serving? You've created a mission statement that tells me what you do and how you do it, but there's a deeper sense that goes beyond that. It's your why, the story, the transformation that has brought you here today. My purpose is to guide and empower women to step into their highest power and become leaders to create a life of significance. That's my highest purpose. But it took a lot of internal work in getting out of my own way and not allowing other people's ideas of my work to define my purpose. So I ask you, what is your life's work? The last pillar we're going to talk about is defined targeted audience. Now, we need to talk about who you are serving specifically, and unfortunately, we cannot serve every single person in the world. You are here to serve a specific purpose, one problem that you can offer a solution on based on your expertise and authority. The exercise that you're going to complete in your inspired action exercise is defining your targeted audience by telling me specific details on who you're serving. So this is an old representation of what my ideal reader was when I started my lifestyle blog. So as you can see, it's pretty specific. Her name's Olivia, and I really just talk about like who she is, what she does for work, her habits, her goals and intentions in life, her pain points, obstacles, and then of course like brands she uses. I get super specific on who she is because this helps me speak to her specifically and create my content specifically for her. So when you're doing your exercise, it's going to look pretty similar to this. So the second thing we want to talk about in terms of community building is establishing an online presence. So this entire module is about building an online community that you can serve. So in order to do that, we need to focus on establishing your online presence. How are you going to show up? What are you going to show up for? What platforms are you going to provide your content? Instead of trying to impact a huge following, let's focus on making a huge impact on no matter what the numbers are. I want you to continuously ask yourself, how can I make a bigger impact? Don't think in terms of more page views on my blog means a better presence. Crafting a strong online presence is going to help you increase those page views in the long run, but that's not the end all be all. Your presence should be a direct reflection of the impact you are trying to make for your online community. So in terms of online presence, there's online branding, right? So that's your visuals and your messaging. Branding visuals are your typography, so the fonts you're using, the logo, colors, graphic templates, etc. And then your brand identity is how you represent your brand through messaging. So brand visuals, a lot of people tend to spend a lot of time on, or I believe you need to spend more time on your brand identity and how you want to represent yourself online. And I want to remind you that you are your brand. So when you're creating your brand identity and it's evolving and developing, you don't want to represent someone you're not. You always want to stay true to yourself. So always remember that authentic integrity and carry that throughout your entire online business. So creating a strong online brand is going to help you differentiate yourself from everyone else in the online world because there are so many of us, right? I am not the only leadership coach out there. Allows you to step into that leadership role, allows your business to get into alignment with your authentic self, and creates a strong foundation. So again, just breaking down like the visuals, your logo, typography, colors, you want a consistent headshot, consistent graphics, Pinterest graphics, social media graphics. Wherever you're showing up, you want your visuals to be consistent. And then of course your brand identity for messaging. This is how you attract your defined audience to your business. Messages in a way that speaks specifically to those defined audience avatars that you're going to create. It allows you to build a strong online presence and attracts your ideal client and or customer to a paid offer or service later on down the road. Okay, so the last section of this is your actual online community. So your life's purpose is to serve, so you want to create a community so that you can serve these people. Your online community can exist in any form, okay? This can be your email list, your Instagram, a Facebook group, Twitter. It does not matter. It's where you show up consistently and 110% for your readers, so they start to build this loyal following because they're trusting in you and your mission. If you're starting to feel some anxiety or fear around establishing your community and showing up online, I don't want you to freak out just yet. We are going to cover confidence and courage in Module 2. So don't let your anxieties get the best of you right now. Okay? And I want you to focus on what your dream is and what your vision is. And then we will get into the deep bullshit later that I'm going to help you work through that might make you feel a little anxious right now. Okay? So let's get out of here, out of the slides, so I can show you what your inspired action exercise looks like. I like to walk you through these so you get a good idea of what the work's going to look like. So in lesson 1, we talked about the 4 pillars. So you're actually going to create your version of all these pillars. So your mission statement. And of course, a lot of this is answering questions, but I don't want you to just think surface level. I really want you to think deep, deep, deep into these questions and really pour your heart and soul into these exercises, because ultimately this work is going to benefit you. You're not emailing it to me, you're not turning it in. So this is really going to help serve you. So it's the work that you put in that's going to make an impact. So you can download these straight to your computer like I stated before, and then, just type right on here. Unless you're old-fashioned like me, you can print these off and just write. So I'm going to help you create your mission statement. You're going to create a vision statement. Again, use that visualization activity that we did for 5 minutes to help you craft your vision statements for 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year down the road. You're going to define your purpose. And then this is the activity I was talking about where you create your targeted audience avatars. And you want to get really specific on these questions. And then within your inspired action exercise, I wanted to show you there is a spot for market research. Now, what my intention is for this is, even if you don't have a huge following, and like I said, we don't want a huge following, right? We're trying to make an impact, not gain like 10,000 followers overnight on Instagram or Facebook. So whichever your current community is on, wherever you already have readers or followers, I want you to reach out to them and do a market research survey. So that means creating a list of 10 to 15 questions that you can ask them. That's going to help build your business, okay? And there is an example within this lesson on Teachable of market research questions that you can ask. And then the second part is about your online presence. So, carving out your visual branding, and then just, kind of explaining what is unique about your branding and how you're different from everyone else. And that's just going to increase your confidence in who you are as a leader and showing up. So that is it for lesson 1 of module 1. Again, be sure to download this inspired action exercise and take action on it.